Alright, y'all, so we are beginning work on the 73 Cougar. How's it going? So basically, we pulled it over by the barn so that we can actually work on it. And, well, I am very happy with this. I still got to do some more pressure washing on the engine bay and clean it up some more. And I'm going to actually paint the hood black. And the body's getting painted blue and gold temporarily because I am going back to this color. This nice, beautiful orange that came factory. It's like a freaking, I don't know. I might go orange. I'm actually really keen on doing a copper color with black stripes. Because, this is a pretty nice car. I'm just going to paint it with blue and gold tractor paint. Well, if I can find gold. I hope I can find gold. I'm going to paint it with tractor paint. Make it okay. Because, yeah, I want it to look like my high school colors. At least temporarily until I eventually do a better restoration. I'm happy to say this was $300. I'm going to be doing a lot of work to it to make it nice. Found I can get redone bumpers for actually $1,400 for the front and rear, which is nice. If these won't clean up with Quad Zero steel wool, I will just run them until I can afford that. But I don't think I'm going to buy new because everything chrome has pitting in it. My brother just has his car in neutral and rolling down the hill. You can't see it. But this thing, we hooked jumper's cables up to it from the Ranger, and actually the radio works, the horn doesn't. That's probably due to something with the horn being junk, or the switch being junk. But anyway, there's a lot that needs done. And that's probably to power or something. I'm going to start with messing with it a bit, because I want to. Yay! Yeah, so the interior of this car is in pretty decent shape. Like, lots of the lights work. The turn signals actually work. This door handle out here is broken. I'm getting ready to try and pull out the seats. This bracket's rusted and the bolt's not coming off on the other side, which is a pain in the butt. And I still don't know what happened to the keys that I had for the trunk. I think they might actually be stuck in the trunk, and I'm an idiot. So, maybe, I don't know. Have to figure it out, but I'm trying to get the seat out. And it's already getting dark. Yay. I pulled the radiator out of it because I could. That AC condenser is coming apart. It's starting to do the wondrous. The fins are just deleting themselves. My dog's just barking like crazy. Yeah, but I'm gonna have to pull this bracket off for the mount so I can get to that. Which, yeah, that's gonna not be the easiest to do. Looks like I have to get the bolts in there. Yeah, but anyway, it's a pretty good car. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I'm gonna make this car run and drive soon. Well, as soon as I can get that engine in. Yeah, and it has brakes, believe it or not. It has good brakes. It has brakes. The brake pedal don't go to the floor. It still holds fluid. I'm going to change out that master and the rubber lines because peace of mind. Even though that master looks really clean on the inside. But yeah, I want to try and pull this stuff out. Try and get the smell to dissipate in here. Which will be also me taking the carpet out and popping the headliner out because there's mice in the headliner. Which is, I'm not going to buy the headliner to replace it yet. I just hope I don't hate it without the headliner. If I do, I'll tape off the windows and spray bonnet black. The inside of this car looks. The passenger side is the seats. I can't get the driver's seat out. One of the bolts are just kind of it's stripping. And the other one, the seat bracket's rusted off, so that it's not attached. I'm gonna go in there and cut it off because I can't get it out. I'll try to sock it later. I'm just not messing with it now. If I can get this driver's seat up, this passenger seat up, then it's good. Came with the factory owner's manual, which is cool. Clean. Yeah. It's a black interior. So cool. I can't wait to really clean this car up because it stinks in here. Ooh, there's more sticker over here. All right. Yeah. Non-AC was you could have got a 2-valve or a 4-valve. But I got the AC 2-valve. Might have had the 4-valve, which. One's 26 psi for the tires. Cold. Huh, cool. Well, that sticker still exists. Y'all, I'm gonna be messing with this possibly today, and I'm probably gonna get the motor inside the barn, sit in front of the AMX so it's soaked. Because yes, I already have a motor for this thing. Out of a 75 Ranchero. It was my uncle's. Yay. Man, I can't wait to get this car going. I also need to replace the busted headlight on the Ford. Hit a deer. And it's about time I need to fix that because snow's coming. I don't know when. But it's about Thanksgiving time. Don't look like much. But that is out of a 75 Ranchero. Should be a 351 Windsor. Does have the motor mounts, which I don't even have. Should bolt in, hopefully. And most of it's there. I just hope I can make it run. I would like to put headers on it, but if I have to, I will have to run that stock header, the stock manifold. So luckily it's not like a cast log. It does have more of a header shape, but that's restrictive. As you can see how they all run into one center tube. There is a starter in there. Probably bad, but yeah. Most things out here are bad. At least one thing, I set it on its side so that instead of completely just rusting up even more by having water just drain, go through the rusted holes in the valve cover. It's just sitting on its side to where it's no longer, yeah. Just for moving a little bit of stuff, I'm already kind of winded. Yeah, this is pretty complete. Tell how old it is. I've been needing this gas cap. That's nice. Yeah. This motor's stuck, by the way. I gotta free it up before I can use it. But I'm gonna start by snipping belts. And it's gonna need a pulley, because this pulley is rotten. But the alternator's not fully seized, so that gives me hope. And it has a power steering pump, which I will use. Because, well, it bolts right here. I took the bolts out. Yeah, because I was messing with this a long time in the past. I'm deleting that smog pump. Ain't doing no smog pump thingies. Yeah. Race car. There's still a stump in here from when this shed was put in place. Trans looks in pretty good shape. And I think I will even be able to get those spark plugs out. But it is a 351 Windsor. We thought it was a Cleveland, but it's not a Cleveland. It says over here, 351W. But yeah, see how rusty the valve cover is? On the other side, the rails in there is pretty rusted. I'm the one that's tipped it on the side so it stopped filling up any moisture if it was. Yay. Hopefully that's good, because if that's good, yay. It's even got part of a trans mount. The other part's missing. I'm gonna have to buy that then. But motor mounts. Because I need motor mounts. Electrical. I'm not doing DuraSpark. I'm gonna go get a HEI, knockoff HEI actually. I'm not buying brand new. But one of those Chevy style distributors, so I could just have the coil with the thingy. English is good this morning. This is a heavy piece. Luckily, I'm going to be able to just hook on to the motor mounts and stuff. Yeah. It's actually in better shape than I remember. I thought the valve covers were rusted through. No, I just remembered it was rusty on top of them. And nope. Rusted through. Ooh, no, no, no. There's a mouse nest inside of my valve cover. Oofed at me. Yeah. So that's just the tube arrow. Yeah. Completely junk. And smog system still exists. Which I'm gonna do a smog delete. Because I don't need it. If this motor don't free up, then I'll be sad. Because it's not a bad motor. It wasn't. It came out of... I just want to be able to use Uncle Bruce's ranchero motor in my project car. Because it'd be like I'm keeping a piece of him alive. Bringing back life to another Ford. And some Mercury, but it's still good enough. Yeah. Also, trying to use the tractor to go pick up an engine. Of course, being in the shed, hard to maneuver. Had to move the dead trampoline that I still haven't bought a mat for. And my dog's over there staring at me, wondering what the heck I'm doing. Anything without this Ford tractor. Man. Yeah, I'm a little hot and sweaty. This is heavy. This tractor is able to get it with all its possibly 17 horsepower that it has now. Yeah, I was correct. There is a mouse. There's rust in the inside of the engine because of a mouse. The annoying thing is, I hope I can get it free. Because if I can't get this motor free, then a Bronco motor has to come out. This does look a lot like that AOD transmission for my F-150 that's sitting right over there. Because the AOD is like the, after this, even has a similar kickdown cable. Wow, I say cable. Kickdown leakage. But yeah, this was a good running engine. Was. We'll see about that when if it's ever gonna free up. I am doing a smog pump delete, like I said, because I ain't gonna want that. And plus, seized. Yeah. Ugh. There's trash down there too. It's a fuel line. Kind of want to just knock off some of this crud on here real quick. Yeah. Cool. That's out of the shed. Hey, and that means I can actually sort stuff in the shed easier. Yay, began pulling spark plugs. First one looked good. Oof. This motor might not free up. But hey, I didn't even put really any force when that plug came out. So there's a chance there is mouse nest in that valve cover. Oh, this motor might not be stable. So I pulled the plugs out. 2 cylinders have rust on it, but this last cylinder I pulled right here dumped out a lot of water. I just hope the block ain't cracked because it definitely went down below freezing recently. Oh boy, I hope this motor's good. There's mouse nest in this valve cover over here. I'd already just tried putting a ratchet on the crank bolt. Tighter than Alcatraz. I hope I can free this thing up. I doubt I can. Yeah, I'm gonna rock it on its side and make sure I dump out all that water that's in that one cylinder. That ain't good. That ain't good at all. Yeah, that ain't good. Just dumping fluids. I got this motor's junk. Not good either. Trans fluid shouldn't look like engine oil. Oops. That ain't good looking at all. Great water coming out of the dipstick. That's what I was fearful of. I bet this whole thing is just rusted solid. The bottom end, that's what's the issue. I don't think the top end might be the issue in this case. That ain't good at all. Oh boy. Seeing some oil come out of that, but mostly water. Transmission's also got fluid blacker than my soul. I'm kidding. I'm just not. Whew. This thing's probably toast. Transmission's probably the good thing out of this. And it's not looking that good. This don't look good at all. I just noticed that I could punch straight through the valve cover over here. Yeah. I think this is a lost cause. That ain't good. I think we gotta do Bronco motor because this thing, I think the top and bottom end are seized. I just sat too long. It's hard to tell. Doesn't look too bad in there. I'm just worried about the bottom end. I'm gonna dump some oil down there. But seeing as mouse have infested the top end, I at least gotta pull these heads apart because there's ain't no way I'm gonna free them out. I can see rust all around the valves. I think it's toast. Most of what came out of it was water. So I didn't do it. These 3 were oily that had water in it. This is passenger side front, passenger side rear. This has rust on it and crust. These were the driver's sides, rear to front, and this one has rust on it. All of them came loose pretty easy, and currently used oil, probably some trans fluid too. Just dumping it all in because I don't think this engine's good, so I'm not using new oil. And getting gross oil all over the phone. Even though I'm very, very much believing this motor to be junk, I am going to try and bring it up to the barn. I got to find a tire that I can stick this motor in. Tire, there we go. Well, that's a pain in the butt, but the motor's inside. I'm really worried about all the corrosion stuff in here because, yeah, that rusted from the inside out. Yeah, it's good. Oh, it's just packed in there. Yeah, this valve cover is trash. I filled each cylinder full of oil. I'm going to pull the inspection cover because most likely that's probably filled with mice. This carb is coming off. The evap's, the heat, it's not evap. The junk is coming off. I'm going to figure out what I need to do. I got a lot of stuff to clean up. And on one thing, that's got to go in the shed. I got to put more stuff in there. That's probably going in the shed too, or I'll find a spot. But yeah, best thing you can do whenever you're working on something, a pallet and a pallet to keep it off the floor a little bit, because that way you're at least having some extra space. But yeah, I'm doing a Duraspark Delete, because I don't have the box. Most of the wiring's there, but I don't want to use a Duraspark. Durasparks are known for melting the goo on the backside. And HVAC, no, stupid emission stuff. I'm deleting most of that. Goodbye 70s emissions. I stripped off a lot of the junk, and it's already looking better. Forgot that's not bolted in. And I want to pull off this surprisingly not seized alternator, which gives me kind of some hope. But and then this completely seized smog pump. Basically, get it down to less stuff, because well, the carb's coming off. Probably replacing the intake because smog. I'm gonna cap that if this gets turned over. That's unusable. There's 2 broken ports off here, which is fine. I'll figure it out. I don't know. I filled each cylinder to the brim with oil while it was leaned over to where they were straight up and down, so that it would fill full, and then I screwed them in. This way there's oil still soaked over everything, because that actually leaked out when I was threading in the spark plug. But yeah, that valve cover is full of crap, and means the heads might have to come off. And I might go with upgrades if it's in the budget. Surprised if I told you that every single valve cover bolt came out with ease. I only fought one, and that was just hammering on a 10 mil instead of an 11 that I was just starting to use. Crunchy. Yeah, I might not forget. Yeah. I can't believe it. Uncle Bruce's old motor, as rusty as it is, those valve cover bolts, the bolts aren't that stuck in it. Look at the inside of the valve cover. It's crumbled away. Nice. Hey, the valve cover came off. That's what's nice. It's pretty crusty as well. Yeah. Yes. I'll be surprised if this motor frees up. But darn it, I'm gonna try. The effect of these valve cover bolts coming out. How rusted through that valve cover is. Yikes. Running with the engine tonight. Stuck bolt. But looks better since I removed stuff. 4-barrel intake, replacing that piece of shit. But yay. Not all the valves are frozen. Mallet test. That's springing back up. That's not springing back up. But yeah, yay.